Hi and welcome to episode number 522 with whatsforchow.com and the 7th part of Serious Distilling with Brewcraft, Still Spirits and Grainfather. In this episode we're covering the first steps to making a traditional gin. Gin requires a base of neutral spirit, and although we have covered sugar wash previously, we're going to do it again, this time with the textbook recipe using all of Still Spirits products, resulting in a batch of really clear, quality wash. To do this, we need a pack of Still Spirits fast turbo yeast. This yeast is specially developed for sugar wash and will ferment a batch of wash in as little as 24 hours. The yeast already contains yeast nutrients and anti-foaming agents which make it incredibly easy and reliable to use. You also need a pack of Still Spirits turbo carbon. This thick liquid carbon absorbs most of the volatiles and unwanted flavors that often accompany very fast fermentations. And finally, you will need a Still Spirits 2-part clearing pack which includes chitosan and kieselsol to clear the wash. To start, pour 6 kilograms of refined white sugar into a 25-litre bucket and fill the bucket to 1/3 full with hot water. Stir this thoroughly until the sugar has dissolved. Continue filling the bucket with cooler water, adjusting as you go to achieve a target temperature of between 36 and 38 degrees Celsius. Pour the yeast over the top of the sugar solution and stir this in thoroughly. Give the carbon a good shake to break down any lumps, cut it open and pour this in. Stir this thoroughly. Put the lid on loosely and let this ferment for 24 to 48 hours. The time the fermentation takes to complete will be largely dependent on the ambient temperature. Once the fermentation is ended, which will be quite apparent by the subsiding and the sizzling sound it makes while fermenting, we need to clear the wash. Use your paddle to stir the wash vigorously. This gets all of the yeast and carbon into suspension, as well as degassing the wash. This may take a good few minutes of stirring, but be sure not to skip this step. Cut open part A of the clearing pack and pour this in. Give it another good stir, then leave this for 60 minutes to do its work. Snip the corner of part B and sprinkle this gently over the surface of the wash. Use your paddle to distribute it across the surface. Cover the bucket loosely with the lid and let this clear for 24 hours. The following day the wash will be amazingly clear and ready to rack off into the distiller. Distill the wash twice using the alembic setup. On the first run you will achieve about 50% ABV, while on the second you'll end up with way over 80%. Please go on to the second part of this demonstration to see the 3 different techniques for ginning the alcohol.